Shuttle's now 506 feet away from the International Space Station. This fly around is continuing with STS-132 pilot Tony Antonelli at the controls. Antonelli is flying Atlantis up over the first quadrant of this entire circle that he will steer Atlantis. He's completed about the first 40 degrees. This is a view from inside Atlantis' orbiter docking system, looking back at the former home of the shuttle, pressurized mating adapter number 2. There on the left, you can see the Columbus Laboratory. There on the right, very obvious, is the Kibo Laboratory with its logistics module up on top. This is a view of Atlantis with its open payload bay doors. Down inside is the integrated cargo carrier, the only piece that Atlantis is bringing back home. The old batteries that the crew swapped out during 2 of the spacewalks of this mission are on the back side of it. The robotic arm there extended out over Atlantis' left side with the orbiter boom sensor system still attached to it, crossed back over the payload bay. The Pacific Ocean down underneath both Atlantis and the station at this point in time. The 2 vehicles are 212 miles. Continuing to pass to the northeast, they're approaching the western edge of Mexico here in about 2 minutes. Atlantis now 550 feet away from the station, continuing to rise above the U.S. segment. You can see all the modules there at the forward portion, the Columbus on the left, Kibo on the right, Harmony there in the middle. Moving backward is Destiny, Unity there where the truss structure crosses over. And you can also see the Russian segment there stretching back toward the back. Getting our first views now of the Soyuz TMA-18, which is mounted back there on the Poisk docking compartment. There at the back you can also see the Soyuz TMA-17. That is the one that is due to come back home to Earth coming up on June 1st. Expedition 23 flight engineer TJ Creamer, Soichi Noguchi, and Expedition 23 commander Oleg Kotov will crawl inside that vehicle which brought them up to the station about 6 months ago.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Is it cloudy outside today?
Dude, there's no windows in here. It was clear this morning.
Ask weather or something, because we're going to fly right overhead. We might get a pretty awesome picture here.
We'll see what we can find out. And Atlantis, for downlink cameras, we're looking at the centerline camera right now. We're wondering if one of the payload bay cameras might have a better view.
They may be getting this one. Yeah, we're not sending you the center line. We're sending you the... Is that better? Arm camera? Ask them what they got.
Whatever you're sending us now looks much better. Thank you very much. And the weather report is
there you go, that's Delta. I'm sorry, I stepped on you. You said partly cloudy?
That's right.
Sweet, thanks.
Atlantis now 587 feet away from the station, almost directly above it. You can see very clearly the entire 357 feet wingspan of the station's solar arrays. You can see the radiators there on either side, pointing back toward and running parallel to the Russian segment. And as we mentioned, looking almost directly down on the Soyuz TMA-18. And you can see the Soyuz TMA-17 back there at the back of the Zvezda service module. The two vehicles 212 miles above the Pacific Ocean, approaching the western edge of Mexico. It'll be going just to the north of Monterrey, and then crossing the border between Mexico and Texas, just to the northwest of Laredo. It'll be making almost a direct cross from the southwest to the northeast across Texas, just to the west of San Antonio over the Texas Hill Country, and then directly in between Dallas and Tyler over Interstate 20 before heading up over Arkansas. Atlantis now outside of 600 feet away from the station. This 360-degree maneuver with STS-132 pilot Tony Antonelli at the controls is continuing. This is Mission Control Houston, the western edge of Mexico coming into view now. The station and the shuttle 213 miles above the Earth. They're passing directly in between Mazatlan and Puerto Vallarta. It's a fairly cloudless day there on the coast of Mexico. The two vehicles continuing to pass to the northeast. They're heading toward Texas. Atlantis now 650 feet away from the station. The shuttle passing over the Russian segment. And the two spacecraft just crossing the edge of Texas. They're passing over the cities of Uvalde, Kerrville, Fredericksburg, Killeen. It'll go over Corsicana right there on Interstate 45. And then cross right in the middle of Dallas and Tyler.